I'm sending much love and grand vibrations to my spiritual family, man. Hope all is well with you beautiful souls. I go by next to speaks, aka Mr. Truly Unruly. Here to help you guys raise the level of consciousness, escape this my tricks, and unlock the will of your soul. You did. If you're new to my channel, I appreciate you for being here. Do you boy solid, man. Hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you can get updates every time I post new videos. Trust me, you don't want to miss a thing, because we're doing big things over here, man. And all my spiritual speakers. Big up yourself, man. Yes, so let's get it tuned, man. As you weigh in, on your way in, I should say, like the video, man. Share the video, let's get this positivity out there, man. As you already know, this month we dedicate everything to the women, man. Big up yourself, all the sisters out there, all the women out there, the beautiful, lovely women out there around the world, man. Y'all are cultivators, y'all are creators, y'all are innovators, y'all are very just powerful species, man. Like just a very powerful being a woman. You see what I'm saying? Like I actually just got done doing another one of them sonograms with my wife, you know what I'm saying? And we did the what was like the 4D one where you could really see like the features of the face and the body, and man, my boy, he big, dog. Like he a big dog, man. You hear me? He definitely got my lip. the baker lip, my mama call it. It's from my grandma on my daddy's side. She had a big lip. Then my daddy got the big lip. Me and my brother, we got the big lip. Now look, my son got the, you know what I'm saying? So it's keep it going. You feel me? He was being truly unruly as always. He had his hands all in his face. His foot was in his face trying to cover up. He didn't want to get no camera shots, you know what I'm saying? But all in all, everything is well. He's very, healthy. Very strong heartbeat. He's big, you know what I'm saying? Like I always said before. So looking forward to, man. We're almost at the 30-week mark, I think in like 2 days or so. So, you know what I'm saying? Praise be to that. Everything's going smooth, and just quick little update on that. And I guess that's kind of what motivated make me decide to have this video today, which is strictly speaking on like the divinity of the woman in the womb, right? The sacred womb. I remember in all ancient texts, and I did research and look back on this shit now, and like all the ancestors from every civilization around the world had the most original spirituality practice, which was worshiping and sacreding the womb, right? But over time, with these patriarchal, pagan, man worship, phallus worshiping ass dudes, you know what I'm saying? All these homosexual Pope this and Pope that, and all these ancient Greco-Egyptian gods and stuff and that we did, they identified as man. Man made himself into God's image. That's why he said make up our image, but really it's talking about the man himself, the human. He made it worship the goddamn tomb. So again, we went from worshiping the sacred womb to Jesus' tomb. And to me, that's just all blasphemous, all in itself. So I'm here to put an end to the bull crap, you know what I'm saying, and just spread nothing but enlightenment, educate you guys on what's really going on and how this world is doing everything they can to desecrate the woman. And it's just sickening to me. You know what I'm saying? Let's start off with the universe, which also sounds like the what? The yoni-verse. They all had the description of it being a yoni, like the womb. The yoni representing the female vagina, the V, the vortex, the triple goddesses. Remember I told you about the moon goddesses, which show you different phases of the moon, which is just simply faces of the moon. You had 3 different phases as like, women, which is basically child, mother, and then elder, right? So those 3 phases of the triple goddesses was represented in the moon, being that when it was the half moon one way, it was, being able to conceive child, not yet. Full moon mean you got a whole nother being inside of you, and then the other half of the moon when you kind of on the back end of your life, span or whatever. And that was beautiful. It representing life, recreation, right? But then when the, man got a hold of it, now it's all about worshiping man giving birth to man and man created and, God's hands and shit. Nah, we ain't talking like that, man. We ain't no goddamn lab rats around here, bro. Like, we ain't no goddamn little robots and shit. Man can't create no human like that. And if he do, it's going to be synthetic as fuck, which is what he's working on right now. They're called skins. Look it up, guys. This is our future. People hate their bodies and are very, insecure about their female parts for all the females out there. So now they altering it to make it look more plastic and shit. Synthetic. You see what I'm saying? And if you ask me, that all falls back on us, man. If we show more appreciation for the womb and for the mother goddesses out here who are just creating life and giving us life and sustaining us, just like Mother Nature does at her sacred womb, which would be the North Pole, the place that we're all spiritually and, just subconsciously connected to, but they won't let us go there because it's what we would see will blow our fucking minds, man. I'm telling you, we started asking these questions. Why can't we go to the North Pole, man? NASA just released something about the North Pole, speaking of, about the vortex and the hole is opening up and expanding. All that is double talk for saying, like I told y'all before, the Earth is going through a shift, electromagnetic shift, where it's raising all of our vibrations, whether you like it or not. You can wake up to this truth whether you like it or not. See what I'm saying? So it's my job to put out this truth. I know it hurt. I know you don't like it, but I'm going to say it anyway. If you look at the sacred geometrical shape of the uterus, it's shaped just like a T. You see what I'm saying? That was the T representing the Trinity, the tree of life, if you will. That's all at the North Pole. But now they flipped it and made it seem like it's a nigga named Santa there, and it's an ice cap with a whole bunch of little people. You see what I'm saying? So all throughout history, his story, he's plagiarized her story and flipped it into ways it can stroke his ego. That you gotta be born through me. You know what I mean? That's why they had to slit Adam's rib to give him a womb to give birth. Because, man naturally can't give birth. Only women can. And that hurts their fucking pride for some reason. I revere my wife for that. I respect her. I'm seeing all the trials and tribulations she was going through with this pregnancy. You know what I mean? Being the 3 trimesters. That's what it represents when they said Jesus died and rose 3 days later and shit. That's all symbolic to just how the sun works. I actually just got done sun gazing. If you look at the sun at a certain angle, it almost looks like a perfect T is going through it just by the corona of the sun, the aura around it, the light. You see what I'm saying? That shape will almost make that perfect cross. But if you look at the symbol of Earth, it's also a cross. It's a circle with a cross in between, but it's a perfectly, like even cross. You know what I mean? Not how the Christ cross is like all elongated and shit, representing again phallus worship and shit. Jesus next to the 2 thieves is simply the middle of the uterus and the 2 ovaries. That's all they doing, guys. And flipping and plagiarizing and saying that he died for your sins and all the pain and suffering he went through. No, that's your mother, man. That's your mother. I know I spoke on a lot of this in my last video. Go check that out as well. But I see this is not something that's often talked about. So I'm going to make it my business to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? I know they're going to get the views. And I get all that. I'm not here to get a view. I'm here to give you guys some wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So you can go ahead and do your own research, look into the shit yourself. And you can change the way you treat women. Because now I'm looking at the world today, it's a lot of these kids who just do what the hell they want to do, right? They talk back to their mothers. They don't respect their mothers. And they just order their mothers around like, give me this, do that. Shut up, mom. And you idiot. And this and that, a third. And to me, it's just like, how the hell as a woman, you sit up there and let this child speak to you in such a manner after all the agony and pain you went through when you was laying on your back, pushing him through your portal. Right? Just rearranging all your organs inside your body, reorganizing your bones and stuff, man. For this little being to come out and disrespect you like that. Women, y'all gotta do better, man. And fathers especially. Fathers, you gotta be there, man, and reinforce the rules of the mothers. Like I said before, the mothers were the rule makers, the fathers were the rule enforcers. That's our role. Know your role, man. We're not supposed to be out here being the mothers, and mothers, you're not supposed to be out here being the fathers. Know who you are. You are that sacred portal that brings all life into existence. When they say Jesus reincarnated, you are the Jesus that they're talking about in that story. It's just a story of life. Because through the real Trinity, which is mother, father, child, it ain't Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Because if you look it up, the Holy Spirit was still a man. So again, that's triple phallus worship, like I told y'all before. It's all male worship in Christianity and most of these religions. Judaism, Buddhism, all this other stuff. Islamic, you know what I'm saying? All this is basically just going back to us revering and deifying all these men for their great works. Which is basically just took the ancient knowledge of how the earth works, reverse engineered it, and now give it back to us, making us pay for it for us to worship these guys. Because they had the power. Remember, they say knowledge is power. So if I give you guys this knowledge, you can then empower yourself to do what you need to do accordingly to your lifestyle. For me, I really believe the whole happy wife, happy life. That shit is facts, bro. Like, I put my ego to the side, let go of my ego, and made sure my wife knew where she stood in my life, which was the damn near the most high. Like, that's on some goddess stuff. You feel me? I don't even like using the word God. If I'm gonna say goddess, but I speak to it as the creator. because it don't have no feminine or masculine singularity to it. It's all. It's omnificent. I'm not saying that word correctly, but omnipotent maybe. And that's just another version of saying it's everything. It is. The creator is. So you can't add or take away from the creator. It is. That's what I don't like about people who read the Bible, because you gotta add and alter different verses to benefit your argument, versus just getting rid of all these religious texts, because before the text it was all oral. The oracles were the mothers of the villages, the ones who was like, grandma, big mama them, when she came and told you what you need to do, everybody fall in line. You know what I'm saying? But now we in a world where women desecrating their own selves down there. Like, y'all don't even respect yourselves, and you expect men to respect you. Now everybody's so money hungry that, fucking nigga, if he ain't got a bag, this and that third and shit. And it's like, bro, come on, man. Like, they got y'all spirits all corrupted. Cause even on that dollar, who that is? A dead white man. You see what I'm saying? I ain't even playing the race card here. I'm just simply saying that subconsciously, if you are chasing money and loving on money and stuff, you just worshiping these ancient pharaohs and gods who deify themselves as these supreme beings and put themselves on currency. You know what I'm saying? The currency. The current C. You see what I'm saying? All these words are just compound words put together that you might be just saying on a regular without even know what the fuck you saying, bro. Jesus was the morning star. So was Lucifer. Lucifer, son of the morning. You know what I mean? They're both dealing with light. So don't be so confused with the light, man. Because at first you was born into darkness. They want to scare of the dark when darkness was the most sacred thing. All the ancients, when they were talking about the universe and stuff, the universe, the UNI verse, right? We all need each other in this stuff. But at the end of the day, we got to help the women out, because they're the ones who going to bring life into the future. And the more y'all keep destroying this world, hoping you're going to get into the next world like some goof ass niggas, you leaving a terrible ass earth behind for your great grandkids, man. Seriously. Like, when are y'all going to wake up and see the game? They played us for so long. I'm here to wake y'all up to see the deception, man. We not supposed to be out here worshiping no man. Period. You feel what I'm saying? If you're going to worship anybody, worship your partner, and they can worship you as well. You see what I'm saying? Don't look at that word worship as some super ass, like, you got to get on your knees and pray to it. Like, I don't get on my knees and fucking bow down to my wife like that. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I submit to her, and she submits to me. Because where I lack at, that's where she, you know what I mean, is very skilled at. And where she lack at, that's what I'm damn good at. You see what I'm saying? So we complement each other. Man and woman. Woman and man. Not man versus woman. That's how they got the world today. The gender wars. Now you see all the world's corrupted as fuck now. Bitches want to either get plastic surgery or they flipping to be men now, because, men do get the most money. I'm not going to sugarcoat the shit. Right? And that's what their whole agenda is from the jump. They want a whole bunch of just men out here, and just women are just simply the incubators. But once they get the technology to where they don't have no need for women no more, they can just 3D print these humans, again, y'all out of here. And that hurts my heart, man. And if it don't hurt your heart, something wrong with you, bro. Real talk. So again, man, when you start worshiping the womb and start worshiping some nigga's tomb, because that's just, you celebrating death at that point. Like, you got a whole cross on your chest representing a nigga who died. Like, that don't make no fucking sense, bro. I'm not going to put a gun tattoo of my homeboy who might have got shot and killed, and to represent, you know what I'm saying, his life. That's stupid as fuck. That's dumb. That's backwards. I want you to represent life, which is the womb. Right? That T that y'all got everybody on now. Everywhere you go, you see this big T emblem and shit. Look at the Dodge Ram truck. That's shaped like the uterus as well. You see what I'm saying? And that's why most of these animals was sacred animals and a lot of religious practices, just based off the sacred geometrical shape of said animals. They're built just like the womb or the woman, right? Whether it be the breast, you know what I'm saying? Anything like that. You can just look around Mother Nature and just see a lot of feminine aspects to it. That's why we revered it. Why at night, these devil worshippers is over here, getting reverence to the moon and shit. They got y'all looking up at the sun and shit. You know what I'm saying? Most of y'all don't even look at the sun. But y'all think that's the only sustainer of life. Well, that's not true. The sun helps, do whatever the mother asks, basically. That's why they called you a mason. You was my son, the son of Ma. And Ma'at being the goddess who was like all about balance, keeping you on the scale, right? She was like the wing goddess who was like this, perfect balance, right? But as soon as the man come in, everything just out of balance now, everything out of whack. It ain't the same no more. Like, it's just confusion all over the fucking world now, because subconsciously we keep thinking this is a man's world. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not teaching this shit to my son. Hopefully, women, you don't teach this shit to your son either. Remind him each and every day if you need to. 'Cause I know these little kids are getting out of line and they don't have no respect for their moms. Moms, I'm begging you, please hold your kids accountable when they talking to you sideways, man. I ain't even saying beating and being all aggressive. That's what Master told you when it's slavery. We past beating kids. We're about teaching, okay? So educate your kids on the truth. Ain't no man die for you, son. I'm not telling him that. I know my parents and probably their parents taught them that shit. I'm not falling for that no more, guys. We're waking up. It's 2021, man. Y'all can't still believe in an imaginary man walking on water, guys, talking to snakes and shit. Come on, man. That's fairy tale stuff, man. For real. Real talk. You can't prove his existence at all. But yet, you subconsciously worship a man you've never seen before, and you wonder why your relationship with your wife ain't going so well because you don't give her enough respect for her giving you a family. You see what I'm saying? You rather give reverence to a fucking man you never met. You just think you talking to when you close your eyes and pray like this here. Nigga, you talking to yourself. You don't even realize it. And I ain't saying that's a crazy thing. Hell, I talk to myself all the time. That's good because what? We have another woman of ourselves, man. It's right here. It's called your pineal gland. Your third eye, or your first eye, if you will. That's another trinity. It could be sun, moon, and Polaris. This would be like our highest star. They call it the North Star. There's no way the ancestors was able to travel around the world looking at one star to get around if it was on a fucking globe, spinning at thousands of miles per hour, traveling through an infinite galaxy. That's not possible, guys. Even in your Bible, if you want to go back to the biblical text, it talks about, God making the earth firm and immovable. We ain't moving. The sky is moving. The sky got its Nut and Geb. Geb being the ground, and Nut being the sky got its the archangels, right? That's what it was all about. Arch representing life. You see what I'm saying? But now they got the double arches with McDonald's, and we right past that. Subconsciously, you see that and think that's life. That's why when you come out the womb, first thing baby do is know to go to that arch where that nipple at for his life. They ain't looking for no man with a man at. No, they're looking right for the mother. Because she's the sustainer of life. So put some respect on her name, men. And get your goddamn ego out the way. That's all it is. Your pride and shit keeping you stagnant, man. You can't grow spiritually because you're so close-minded thinking that everything comes through men. And men are so dominant. Because we are more, biologically, like physically more, dominant than females. We thinking, that's it. Do you know the pain that women go through during childbirth? Like, imagine, I think they said it's equivalent to 50 bones crushing at the same time. 50 of your bones breaking at the same time. Men, could you handle that? Nigga, we cry when we stub our fucking pinky toe on the goddamn corner of the bed. You see what I'm saying? And we gonna sit up here and act like we're tougher than women. When they go through 9 months, man. 9 months. 10 if you want to be technical, that's supposed to be 40 weeks. But 9 months of just pain and discomfort and just sickness and just, oh man, bro. How could you not respect that? That's a soldier right there. Salute to all the women out there, man. Y'all niggas is tripping. Y'all niggas tripping. For real though, man. Like I'm over it. And it breaks my heart, like I said, seeing these kids get so disrespectful to their mothers and mothers just sit back and take it because honestly, subconsciously, you might be worshiping a goddamn man god too. When, like I said, all the ancients in her story, the pre-dynastic times during the matriarchal system, whereas now it's all patriarchal, and Pop dealing with the god Pan and stuff. We went on that before, so go look up the god Pan if you want to know who, the Greek god Pan comes from and stuff and what he's all about. When it was representing the matriarchal systems, it was all vegan-based, living off Mother Earth, sharing, caring, loving on each other, being compassionate, you see what I'm saying? Consoling, and just embracing people, even with your differences. We loved it because it complimented us. Now I got an extra spice to the crock pot. You see what I'm saying? I got an extra ingredient now because you bringing something else to the culture. Whereas now, due to man's ego and thinking he's better than everybody else, if you have something different from me, you're my enemy now. And that's stupid as fuck, man. The Most High is not that dumb to think that I want to create a society of people who just go back and forth because what color of skin is better than the other one. That's blasphemous, man. That's blasphemous. Because again, you take that little 4D printers that we did, the little ultrasound, all babies the same color, man. They all the same color. And when they come out that womb, get what? They all hang out with each other. A baby see another baby cry, of whatever ethnicity he is from, it still can go check to make sure that baby's straight. You see what I'm saying? But let like me or somebody fall down and be hurt, and a white man or anybody who don't like black people will walk past and see that like, that ain't my problem. You see what I'm saying? That is your problem though. 'Cause we all connected. We're all having a human experience through this, the Most High. Like it's experiencing life through you. So if you put out that bad negative energy, then that's gonna create a bad negative world. I'm here to restore order, put Ma'at back on her rightful place. The mother goddesses, this matriarchal system that's more sustainable than a patriarchal system. It only makes sense to go back to this lifestyle, guys. Get rid of all these books and texts and just pass down culture through word of mouth. That's another portal of yours. Because remember I told you about that third eye, that darkness? In that darkness, you could then create different kind of ideas that you can manifest throughout the physical world with these hands. So you have to first think it, meditate on it, and once you get a picture of it, then you can, bring it to fruition, right? That's how the mother's doing right now. While my son is in my wife's belly, in her womb, which is basically his earth, right now, he incarnated into her, and he's gonna reincarnate once he comes out the womb. But then they flipped that story and gave it to Jesus. Again, I'm not on that. We're not gonna take the sacred womb and give it to the fucking dead tomb. That's stupid, bro. I'm not into that shit. I'm representing life. I revere life. I live to eat. I eat to live. That's what I meant to say. I eat to live. You see what I'm saying? And I want nothing but life around me. Nothing but positivity. And then it's going to bring me up. You see what I'm saying? Every time I get around my wife, I just feel just so energized, bro. That's why you always say women are glowing. Yeah, because she got like a double aura. She got her own aura and the aura of my son. It's just like, it's magnified now, right? My dog can't help being around her. Her little brother, he want to be around her all the time. It's just natural. I was just saying, it takes a village to raise a child. It's going to take all of us to help raise Shakari in a more positive way to where he knows who he is and respects the woman. You see what I'm saying? And just because you respect women does not mean you're any less than, man. I keep telling you, we have a special role too. It's to uphold the laws of the women and protect them, right? Because if your wife's in a dire need, you can't sit back and say, well, go ahead. You got the sacred room, don't you? You so divine, ain't you? You the creator of life, ain't you? Go ahead and handle it. See, that's some puss ass shit, bro. You see what I'm saying? That's some flaw ass shit. As a man, your job is to protect and provide for your woman. And I ain't talking about no some financial shit. If you and your wife got a situation where she working and you stay at home, man, you want to be the stay at home dad, I ain't gonna poop on your shit. You feel me? That's work for y'all, cool. But for me, it's a little different. I want to be the one out there getting it for my wife and protecting her, doing whatever I can to where she can just sit at home and relax and not be so stressed out by this man-made matrix world we living in, being so competitive and want to take somebody out so we can get the upper hand versus we can all win together when we go back to the matriarchal systems, guys. We need each other, but the more we keep going back and forth, because again, that's that man shit. We under the spirit of God now, the Holy Spirit. That Holy Spirit, you don't know what that spirit is really representing. It's really the representation of these dead Greco-Egyptian gods that everybody used to worship so much literally in real life. Like how most of you niggas worship Trump and all that shit. It was an actual living man called Normer, and they worshiped the hell out of him. And over time, and retelling the story, like the telephone game, after retelling the story so many times, and then got flipped in reverse to where now we just think it was a real dude named Jesus walking on water. You see how that worked? I can't prove that, but I can prove the sacred womb. I can prove that. I can prove that through my wife's portal comes life. I can prove that. I cannot prove a man really got killed on a cross. What happened was niggas who didn't believe in this Christian story because it was a story. It was a statue that he used to worship named Serapis. Go look up the Council of Nicaea. It breaks it all down, guys. Jesus was a character that they made later on because too many nations was worshiping this God but have different names for him. So they said, well, we're going to make him one name. It's going to be Jesus Christ. Go look up the Council of Nicaea. It breaks it all down. And when this happened, people who wasn't worshiping Christ, they were the ones who got killed and burnt on the cross. You see what I'm saying? They got put on the cross and burnt on the cross. Remember the Salem witch trials and shit? Yeah, those are all the mothers and the women who were back to that holistic practices, right? The natural healing and stuff. They had to get rid of all of them because they had to create the medicine world. They couldn't have hospitals and shit. We have natural Dr. Sabies all around the world, women-wise and shit. You see what I'm saying? They corrupted all that stuff, man, because they knew they had to make money. You can't make money living off the motherly way. But it ain't about money. The Most High did not bring us here to make money, nigga. That was not your life goal, was make as much money you can. That's some devil shit. That's gonna get you distracted from your life purpose. So when you die, you go reincarnate and come right back to this portal to fulfill your fucking mission. It's that simple. So hopefully my plan is to remind my son, remember, I'm reminding him. I'm not teaching him anything he don't already know. I'm reminding him, right? Remind. I'm bringing your mind back to its original state, which is all knowing, which you know you are a spiritual being. You know this already. You just forgot it. I'm here to give you this knowledge back so you can do what you need to do for your life. But once he know who he is, he can govern himself correctly and walk in confidence knowing that, yes, I believe, women are sustainers of life and they create life, but I also know I have a special purpose as well. And it is such and such and such. You see what I'm saying? We stop worrying about what everybody's got going on in life, worry about what you need to do for yourself, and respect your woman in your life. If you have a woman in your life, fellas, everything will restore back to its natural order organically. You ain't got to force it. With this whole man worship shit, you got to force your shit a lot. And that's why I don't be into it like that. But this video been going on a lot longer than I wanted it to, so I'm ending it right here, man. Hopefully it's something that you guys can take with you. If so, then like the video, share the video, comment down below if you want to have any kind of conversation about this topic. Because I'm very passionate about this, obviously. So let's talk about it. As always, elevate to be great, be a beacon, not a burden, live in love, not fear. And all my spiritual sisters, all my spiritual speakers, big up yourself. Scuba Speaks, Mr. Truly Unruly. I love y'all, man. Big up the women. I'm out.